All right, Michael, thanks for joining us. Our first question will come from Ross Martin. Go ahead, Ross.
There you go. Sorry. Hey, Michael, what do you think the issue was with the offense in the second half from your perspective? Why do you think it stalled and y'all couldn't get the running game going?
We had opportunities. We just didn't make the most of them. So I think we'll have to go back and watch to give you more in-depth answer. But I think that we was in position to make some plays and we just didn't.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's go over to Mike Topper.
Hey, Michael, similar question, but just throughout the game, what made their line so difficult to try to find the holes and get some running room?
They had a good defensive line all the way across the board. There was a good team, good defense, a lot of athletes that you'll see at the next level. As far as seeing the holes, I think that wasn't really the issue. I think I'm going to keep saying it. So ask the question, but we just didn't make enough plays, to be honest.
All right, let's go over to Gregory Hall, please. Go ahead, Gregory.
Michael, I wasn't able to see what did you choose to put on your nameplate for the game today?
I put say their names on the back of it because I feel like a lot of times when you see like a black person die at the hands of the police or social injustice happens, it's a hashtag for a couple of weeks and then people move on. So just having say their names on the back of the jersey is a reminder to just keep the conversation going and making sure everybody they don't die in vain, that they leave a legacy behind them and we learn from it.
And when was the decision made for you guys to do this for this game?
We made it before the season, probably at the end of training camp. It was an idea that we came up with and everybody wanted to do. And we feel like at first it was going to be for the Charlotte game. And we felt like it wasn't going to be a big enough crowd. So we moved it to the Notre game because we knew we were going to be on ABC because we want everybody to see it. So
cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last question for Mike comes from Brendan Marks.
Hey, Michael. Mac had said this week that he was kind of looking at this game as a measuring stick. And, he said he told you guys in the locker room there are no moral victories. With the way that you guys competed tonight, especially, the way the defense played, the way the special teams played, the way you guys played in the first half, what does this game sort of tell you about where this program is right now?
I think that in our locker room that we're a competent team, that we feel we can play with anybody. So I don't think it was just like from our perspective. I know outside looking in, it could be looked at as a measuring stick, but inside out, it just felt like a big game. like a game against a good team that we felt like we had the talent and we had the players to beat them. But we didn't put it together for all 4 quarters.
Thank you.
Michael Carter, thank you for your time. Chazz, thanks for joining us. If you have a question for Chazz, please use the raise hand function. All right, let's go right back to Brendan Marks. Go ahead, Brendan.
Hey, Chazz. Mac had mentioned, this was, he thought, as good as any quarterback he's seen play, Ian Book, tonight. And he noted how hard it was for you guys to actually bring him down despite having so much pressure on him, having so many people around him. What was it about him that made it so tough to bring down tonight?
I don't know. He extended some plays. I got to him a few times. He was just able to throw the ball away or make a crazy pass and was able to complete some third downs. So that was big for them. But just got to go out there and play hard and try to wrap up and get to them and cover the guys so they can't extend plays. Or for our own guys, I think we stopped some of those. So I don't know. He played well when he in spot. So shout out to them.
You mentioned that crazy pass. You were so close to him on that play. What did you see from your vantage point?
I was just really keen on him. We knew he, on third down, he likes to, scramble and make plays. So my job was, try to contain him and go get him, really. And he was able to, convert on some downs like that.
Thank you.
Okay, next question comes from Greg Barnes.
Hey, Chazz. The defense got stops, I think, on 6 of Notre Dame's 11 possessions. Defense has been up and down at times this year. What do you think the defense did well tonight, and kind of what was the mindset coming out of that Wake Forest game?
Yeah, I think we won after the Wake Forest game. We definitely want to have a better performance going into this week. We had 2 weeks to prepare, and then I think I think our coaching staff did a good job running people in and out based on their different personnel, whether it's 11, 12, 13, running defensive, different defensive linemen out. I think the young guys stepped up and made it hard for them up front. So shout out to them. We were able to get stops at times. So definitely, looking forward to the rest of the season, how those guys keep getting better up front. So, yeah, I think that was just really the best, thing to take away from the game.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Mike Toper.
Hey, Chazz, there was a couple spots during the game when you guys are playing some solid defense, and then there's a penalty, holding, pass interference from as a linebacker and on defense. How frustrating is that to kind of give them another opportunity there? I think it was 9 penalties today, not all on the defense, but.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that hurts. Those when we got guys covered and we make a holding or a pass interference, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it is a blow because, third down is the key down. I think it was on downs that we needed to get off the field and we weren't able to. So, I mean, we just got to play smarter, be more disciplined, and trying to make, don't give them those freebies. Because I think in coverage, on some of those, I mean, we were in good coverage, but we ended up, doing something like that and them throwing a penalty and that, hurt us. And they were able to extend drives.
Okay, Chazz, that's all we got for you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Jeremiah, thanks for joining us tonight. If you have a question, please use the raise hand function and we'll get to you here momentarily. And let's go right back over to Greg Barnes, please.
Hey, Jeremiah, what was your perspective on that 4th and 1 offside call?
I didn't really get a look from it from the sidelines or the replay, but I felt like me and Ray were on sides. And what I heard from the ref was that we made a movement to try to go. And so if you flinch on the line of scrimmage, that's considered a penalty. But instead, they called the offsides.
I asked Chazz this, but you guys had 6 stops on Notre Dame's 11 possessions. Kind of what was the mindset coming out of that Wake Forest game, and how do you think this defense performed tonight?
I think we took a step forward. I feel like we really communicated. I feel like this was our best communication game all year. We were in spot to make the plays. Besides the end around reverse in the second half, that was a good play they drew up. But for the most part, I feel like all our DBs and the linebackers and then the D line were in good position to make plays. And that was just good communication by all 11 guys on defense. They did a lot of motioning, a lot of shifting. I think we handled it pretty well.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go over to Ross Martin, please.
Hey, Jeremiah, kind of building on that, was there anything kind of special that you think Jay Bateman did kind of heading to this game to force the issue with Ian Book and Notre Dame in terms of blitzing and things like that, special things?
Definitely. We showed some up looks where usually I'm blitzing pretty much. If you go back and you self-scout, it's like 100% of the time. And this week he put me, had me mugged on the center, and instead of blitzing me, he dropped me out. And I think that got the O-line to shift and slide to protection. And he added a couple of new blitzes to his package this week. And 2 of them we actually got out on the field on 3rd down. So I think that definitely helped, running some blitzes they've never seen before.
And a couple freshmen made some starts today in Grimes and Des Evans. I think Conley was out there a lot. I mean, what did you see from those young guys who are playing significant reps now compared to maybe earlier in the season?
Oh, man, it's a huge step. I mean, like I said before, the motioning and the shifting was key, and having the young guys out there and be able to communicate with them, and they turn around and give us a nod and get into the check is really good. Or I can't say that early in the season that we could have played them as much as we did now, but they've been in the film room a lot this week, and we were able to communicate and get into the call we needed.
Great. Thanks, Jeremiah.
All right, Jeremiah, that's all we got for you tonight. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
Go ahead, Mark.
All right. Thank you, Sam, for joining us. If you all have a question, please use the raise hand function. And our first question will come from Mike Topper.
Hey, Sam. Obviously, Notre Dame's defense was eager to meet you in the backfield there. What did you see as far as coverage and what made it difficult to get a little time as far as taking a couple sacks there?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a good job up front. I think our line played well for most of the game. We gave up some sacks. A couple of those might have been on me. I haven't really watched the film yet, but no, I mean, they just did a good job overall. They didn't make any mistakes. Everyone was where they were supposed to be, and at the end of the day, we just didn't make enough plays. They made more plays than us. They did a really good job on third down, and we didn't make plays on third down when plays were there to be made. So we just got to get better and move forward.
All right, let's move over to CL Brown. Go ahead, CL.
Sam, when you have a face a defensive line like that, how difficult does it make things when basically they're able to dictate the first downs? You guys didn't have a lot of big plays on first down. Well, not big plays, but you guys didn't have a lot of big gains on first downs where you're setting yourself up for second and third and shorts.
Yeah, I just think we struggled getting anything going, really. We couldn't get into a rhythm, and they're really good on third down. So when you get behind the chains on first down, it makes it hard to make up for that, and then you're in a lot of third and long situations. And against teams like that, you want to try to limit those as much as possible. So, yeah, we just struggle to get things going.
And do they compare? Was that the best front four that you have faced in your 2 years here?
I'm not sure. I really just got to go back and look at it on tape. But, they were always what they were supposed to be, and they played really hard. They probably played harder and more physical than anyone we've ever played since I've been here. So, yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, our next question comes from Gregory Hall.
Sam, did they have any blitzes or anything that they did that you didn't see on film or weren't prepared for today?
No, not really. We pretty much knew everything that they were doing. We just really didn't make enough plays. I think they outplayed us. I think that's just what it was. I think a lot of us had times where we could have made plays and we just didn't make them. So, they didn't really do anything schematic wise that was different than what we saw on film. We just struggled to get going.
And what went into the decision for you to put peace on the back of your jersey today?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I use my platform for what I believe in. I just think that, at this time, this country specifically, this just needs peace, and I think that comes with just following Christ and just everyone just having faith and just trying to get closer to God.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question comes from Brendan Marks.
Hey, Sam, Mac had said that, he told you guys in the locker room there are no moral victories, but he was still, so proud of your effort. What do you take away from this one first and foremost? And what does the way that, overall the defense and the special teams who played so well, what does it say about where this program is right now as it continues to ascend?
Yeah, this program's definitely come a long way. Obviously we came up short today and didn't play very good on the offensive side of the ball, but defense and special teams both did a really good job, and both of those units played well enough to win the game, and offensively we didn't, and that's why we lost the game today. So, we just got to make sure we get better, and next time we have a game like that, we'll be prepared for it.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go over to Ross Martin, please.
Hey, Sam, was there anything you saw in the second half that Notre Dame did on defense, any adjustments that made it so difficult to move the ball?
Really just nothing specific. I just think we just got outplayed in the second half. I think that's what it was. Like I said, we struggled on first down, and we kind of got behind the chains, and then third and long, that's what they're best in, is their third down defense. So, I think we just gotten too many third down situations, and we just got to do a better job on first down and just do a better job of getting things going, because we really didn't get into a rhythm at all in the passing game or the running game in the second half. So just a credit to them, but we just got to play better on offense.
Why do you think you didn't get in a rhythm? Was it just couldn't kind of get plays going or too much pressure?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of everything, just a lot of different stuff. We just didn't execute the plays. They did a good job up front in the second half, I think, of just doing different blitzes and stuff like that, and just get in the backfield. I just felt like I personally just couldn't get into a rhythm. That's on me. So.
Okay, thanks, Sam.
All right, let's close out tonight with Luke Buxton. Luke, go ahead.
Sam, on the other side of the ball, at halftime, what adjustments did you guys try to make to kickstart the offense after kind of a stalled second quarter?
Yeah, I mean, ever since the second quarter, I think we had one good drive before the half, but other than that, we still in the second quarter we're kind of struggling to get going. So we just tried to our plan was fine. So we didn't really change much schematically, but we just wanted to play more physical and just try to do a really good job on first down. And we didn't do that in the second half, and that's why we didn't play very well. We didn't put up any points in the second half.
Okay, Sam, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.